Gregory at the hoedown. Getting down at the hoedown.
40th round.
Hello everyone, it is hard to believe today is Monday and it is already travel day. It's been 18 days since the last time we recorded something talking about how we're getting ready for this trip, and now it is today. We are about how many minutes, Greg, before we board?
For over an hour.
Pretty close. The boarding is 5:05 p.m. We fly out at 5:50 p.m. and we have it's about 4:15 right now, so a little bit under an hour before we get to board. So the nerves are starting to kick in. Always stressful when you go to an airport that you're not familiar with, and LAX is a very huge airport. So it's not so much the fact that we're flying, it's more the fact that is there going to be any traffic jams, because LA isn't always smooth traffic. But we got here really good. We went and added an add-on, which was the premier ticket, I guess if you want to call it, which for a little bit of extra money we were able to board earlier. We also went through a different check-in line, so it was a little bit more expensive. It was about $93 to go to London and then also to come back to LAX. But I think it was actually worth it because we didn't even have that long of a wait to go through security. So it was really, at least from this side of states to England, it was a lot bigger benefit for us. Alright, it looks like we have about 9.5 hour flight, it said. I thought it was 10.5, but we're getting ready to take off. Looks like it's a nice day out there. Say hi, Greg.
Wow.
We got a little bit of ways to go.
We are getting ready to land to Heathrow Airport. That was a smoother landing.
Hey Explorers, it's the end of day one, our first day of the travel day. It's about 10:25 here in Ashton, Surrey, England. And what do you think so far, Greg?
The trip was pretty long, the flight, but they accommodated us with two
Lot of
meals,
food.
at least our dinner, our breakfast, and then they gave us snacks in between. We recommend that you get up and stand and walk around a little bit when you can for a flight that's as long as ours, which was 10 hours at least. And
The flight actually left on time. It left around 6 p.m. LA time, and we got in a little bit early. We were supposed to get in earlier, but we got in about 30 minutes earlier than we were supposed to. So London time, it was about 11:50. By the time we went through customs, it was a huge line in customs. By the time we went through customs and we had a taxi waiting for us, it was about 1:30 when we actually got on the road. So a long, almost 2 hours, I think it was, for us to get through customs and actually get on the way to head over to Ashton, Surrey. I think we're feeling the effects of the time difference. I don't remember the last time I came here that it really messed us up. But I don't know, you slept off and on the plane. I did the same.
yeah,
We slept a little bit this afternoon, but right now it should be about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So our clocks are a little bit off, but we're actually both tired. We're starting the day bright and early tomorrow. We're getting up at 5 a.m. So we're going to head to bed early tonight.
5 or 5:30.
5:30, yeah, we're getting up at 5:30. So our day begins with another trip, another train trip. So we'll get back to you guys tomorrow. But this is the end of travel day one. with the Explorers. Good morning, everyone. It is bright and early on a Wednesday. I think it's about 6:30 in the morning, and we are in Ashtead. It is cold, which might not be alarming, but what we're used to in the Central Valley of California has been heat. It definitely has been several differences in terms of degrees, but we're excited. This is truly the first day of our adventure, and we are on our way to take a couple of different trains to King's Cross Station. So hopefully that's right. I'm hoping along the way we'll hear about Muggles, Platform 9 3/4, and some of the other things related to Harry Potter. But we are leaving from St. Pancras International, which is the Eurostar, and it's going to take us right to Disneyland Paris. So today is the day that we get to see for the very first time Disneyland Paris. I'm pretty excited. So here is what they call Ashtead Commons. You can see it's foggy in the distance. So what we have to do is, we're still unsure the exact things that we have to do. My cousin Andy was nice enough to give us directions. So until we experience it, there's always that uncertainty. But we feel pretty comfortable. I'm actually excited. The only thing I'm worried about is we have luggage, and going on with the public transportation with the luggage. That's my only concern. Are we gonna have to stand? We have about an hour train trip before we get on the first, till we get on the underground, which we would call the subway. Wave, Greg.
Huh?
Wave.
Hello.
Here is the station that we are leaving from. Oops. As we get run over. We're inside the station, and look what Greg already did. He already broke the machine down there.
Oh yes, I'm by the heater, it's nice and warm. It's freaking cold outside.
We are waiting for the train to arrive. We have about 8 minutes, it looks like, which we're actually a little bit earlier. Probably about 14 minutes earlier to leave, which gives us a little bit more room just in case we end up going to China or somewhere, Argentina.
Oh yes. I don't think we're gonna go there.
I really hope not. So
We're going to Platform 9 3/4.
Platform 9 3/4.
Where Harry Potter was filmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, King's Cross. There isn't really a Platform 9 3/4.
There is now.
I thought there wasn't.
All right, Greg. So where do you find? Now we had to get up early this morning, but how are you feeling today?
I'm okay. I need coffee, Starbucks, or
Yeah, we'll get that at St. Pancras.
kind of place
We
for
should have
coffee.
like 2 hours, so we should be fine. But all right, we'll text you a little bit later or film later. So this is the train station. The train should be coming down here, and we came from over here. That's Ashtead Commons. My cousin Andy lives in that direction, not too far, just a short walk. And here we are with the train stations, and there's Craig on the phone. Okay, you guys, I heard some Muggles and I heard some other different things, very Harry Potterish. And here we are at King's Cross Station. And what did we find? We actually found Platform 9 3/4. So a really fun shop. And we did a little quick tour, and that'll be in the next segment. So here we are after you come in and take a pictures. You come in here and you can pay for the pictures. And then you have all this different Harry Potter stuff that you can look at. So this is Platform 9 3/4. Aw, Dobby. Oh my gosh, these are like, oh boy, so much fun stuff here. Look at these mugs, bowls, Hogwarts, Ravenclaw. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so is Gregory, so the fact that we're actually in here. What is that, a pen?
And Gryffindor.
Oh, that's sharp looking.
I like the glasses too.
So this is in King's Cross Station. And excuse me. This is just a platform 9 3/4 shop.
On our way to Chunnel to Disneyland Paris.
So we're getting ready to go on the Eurostar. We were greeted by Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse telling us to come on board.
Oh boy.
So at St. Pancras Station, we're getting ready to board the Eurostar. We're in what, Greg? Carriage 14, is that what we are? Seats 31 and 32?
Yeah. Coach 14. Looks like an Amtrak.
And there, oh, as I fall, just about. Before we knew it, we were in the Chunnel. Didn't even realize we were in it, and now we are just out of it, and we are officially in France.
Oh, look at the weather.
Yeah, a little bit overcast. We have one more stop in Lille, France, before we stop at the Disneyland Paris train station. Oh wow, we're here early.
It's very different.
Guess what we are?
That's a different Space Mountain.
Disneyland Paris. We got here early.
Oh, here.
That's way different.
Why do the trains look different?
There's a lot going on outside of that.
Yeah, it's set up like Jules Verne.
Huh?
Jules Verne is his theme. Like a Jules Verne.
Mesdames, Messieurs, bienvenue à Marne-la-Vallée chez notre terminus. Avant de descendre, assurez-vous de ne rien oublier à bord. L'ensemble de l'équipage vous souhaite être suivi très agréable et à très bientôt sur Eurostar. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marne-la-Vallée chez our final stop. Please make sure you have all your belongings with you before you leave the train.
We have just checked into our Disney Luggage Express. We have tickets to our parks. Yay! And what else, Greg? We get to pick up our luggage later. We'll describe more later what we actually got in. But we are just outside of the gates and getting ready to go outside the train station into Disneyland Paris. Greg?
We got our tickets, we got our packet, and now we're gonna go have some fun.
All right, guys. We have just gone out of La Marne, La Valle Chasse, which I know I'm saying wrong, but this is it here. We actually didn't walk out of there, we walked in out of the door, but guess where we are at? And there is the entrance for Disneyland Paris. We just came through security. This is a Disney Village, which will take you through to some of the other Disney hotels, like the New York, Sequoia Lodge, and I think it's Newport Beach. And as we scroll around this little square here, you got Walt Disney Studios. If you can see it, you got the Tower of Terror over there. As you can see, the 25th anniversary that we're celebrating. But here is the crown jewel. Look how close they are to each other. There is the Disneyland Hotel, and right on the other side of that is the Disneyland Park. All right, bud, we are here. What is your thoughts?
The hotel looks really grand. I didn't know that was the hotel.
I am so excited. I just can't believe it. 25 years that it took for us to get here from park opening, and we're actually physically here. It's just, gosh, I'm so excited. We're staying at the Disneyland Hotel, and we're gonna It's just around 2 in the afternoon, and we're gonna go into the park. The park closes at 8:30 today. Paris is 9 hours. Oh, Disneyland Paris is 9 hours ahead of California
that's
time.
Cool. The statue.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's really cool. This is the statue out in front. This is the Disneyland Hotel. Wow. So you have to walk under here, and then the park entrance is actually on the other side of this. There's Mickey, the Mickey head. All right, we have going into one of the entrances. I'm not sure which one it is. This is underneath the Disneyland Hotel. Let's go this way.
Daisy and Minnie.
So this is as soon as you go underneath the Disneyland Hotel. There's the Disneyland Railroad. Thanks, Greg. I'm not sure what area this is.
Moving stuff.
Let's exit. So here is their plaque. It says, "Here you leave today and enter worlds of history, discovery, and ageless fantasy."
There's the castle.
And here we are, entering.
The castle looks bigger than the one we have.
There is City Hall.
That's bigger than Disneyland.
Oh, definitely. Disneyland's only 86 feet. I'm not sure how tall this one is, but it's a lot bigger than 86 feet.
World too.
I don't think so. I think Disneyland's bigger, or Disney World's bigger. Alright, so here we are at Disneyland Paris. There is Sleeping Beauty's castle. It's really beautiful. Looks like they're getting ready for the fireworks. The park's closing in about... What time is it, Greg? Alright, the park's closing in about 45 minutes. It closed really early today. So we're going to kind of walk around. We can see the fireworks show Friday. We're planning on being here all day. So we'll watch the fireworks show then.
This is the new 25th anniversary Disneyland Paris jacket that we got.
Do your little spin. That was a horrendous spin.
Well, it's supposed to be special, something special and nice for our souvenirs, so we thought we would splurge a little bit and get it.
So we have left the parks. We just went to, of all places, Earl of Sandwich. Yes, they even have Earl of
Which
Sandwich.
is pretty good.
It's pretty good. How was it, Greg? It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Greg's famous words.
Disney Explorers. We're here just to talk about what we did today and how our first day went on our first trip to Disneyland Paris. We are in France, which neither of us have ever been in before, so we just have a couple highlights and things that we liked, and then later on we'll do a review of the whole trip, likes and dislikes and things like that. But first off, what would you say was your biggest highlight of the day? Besides, of course, getting to the parks. Because we went through a lot to get to the parks.
We did. I don't know. I just coming off the train, knowing you're at Disneyland Paris, and just everything, just the emotions walking up, seeing the Disneyland Hotel, watching videos and seeing what you're going to eventually see, actually seeing it in person. That was probably the biggest moment. And then when we went on the train, the very first ride we went on, we took the train to kind of get a view around the park. And those are probably my two best moments, I'd say. What about you?
I was a little confused when we first got here because when I looked at where it said Disneyland, I thought the building that was there was actually the entrance to the park, and I didn't realize that that was the actual hotel that is going partially over the archway of getting into the park, so that's a little different than what we're used to for Disneyland or Walt Disney World.
So tomorrow takes us to Walt Disney Studios Park, where we are really looking forward to that. Never been there before, although they do have some similar attractions in Walt Disney World.
They have some good different ones too we've been hearing about.
Yes, we're looking very forward to it. Plus our dinner tomorrow, we're looking forward to that too. So we're going to leave you with that. And remember, just like Walt Disney said,
we are just getting started.